Hello and welcome to another episode of Up Next. Today we are introducing a very special guest, the president of the Calaveras Community Foundation. First, let me start by saying thank you for your very generous grant of $10,000 for the Future Filmmakers Club.
You're very welcome.
This grant will be instrumental in providing middle and high school students, just like me, with the opportunity to explore their talents in filmmaking. Thank you so much. Would you introduce yourself?
Sure. My name is Terry Beaudoin.
So can you tell us about the Calaveras Community Foundation and its mission?
Sure. We have a mission statement. I can read you that. The Calaveras Community Foundation is dedicated to improving Calaveras communities by providing grants to partner organizations, assisting donors, and providing leadership in addressing charitable causes.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So how does the foundation decide which programs to fund, and what made the Future Filmmakers stand out for support?
Well, that's a great question. First of all, we have a grants committee. It is headed by Christy Maynard, who is vice president with one of the local banks, very bright young lady. And she runs the committee, and they make the decisions based on several criteria.
How can organizations apply for grants?
Well, many ways. The best way is to go on our website. It's calaverascommunityfoundation.org. And we're real proud of the website. Sarah Lunsford is our social media chair, and she does a great job. If you look at the website, I think you'd be impressed.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Okay. Well, there's a couple of buttons. There's a Donate Now button, and there's a Give button, both on the home page. Either one will take you directly to an explanation of the different types of grants and scholarships that we provide and how you could interface with the foundation and provide grant funds.
So what does the foundation hope to see from the Future Filmmakers activities over the next year?
Well, if you look at who we give grants to, obviously we try to spread them around different communities and different causes, but we're kind of focused on programs for seniors, for disadvantaged folks in the county, and a lot of programs for youth, students. That's where the scholarships come in. But I think I can speak for Christy and the grants committee and say we were very impressed with the request from the Future Filmmakers. We love to see young people that have a cause and are united in a common goal, and that seems to be what you're doing here. We'd love to see a future filmmaker become the next star in Hollywood.
Yeah. So can you tell us more about your scholarships?
Sure. We've just finished the scholarship decisions and cycle. Terry Tanner from Valley Springs is the chair of the scholarship committee, and she and that team weigh the advantages and disadvantages of all the applications, the scholarship applications. And I was on that committee for a couple of years, and I can tell you that it's a very tough job. To provide 16 scholarships, the committee probably read through dozens, maybe 50 or 60 scholarship requests, and being conscientious and trying to provide the scholarships to the most worthy students and the ones that we feel will have the greatest chance for success. That's the criteria, and that's how we choose who gets the scholarships.
What makes certain students stand out?
Certainly dedication to a specific field. We have a lot of scholarships, one strictly for nursing, for STEM students that are looking to go into STEM fields. Sometimes local mechanic schools, anything that would help a young student achieve their goals, whether it's a 4-year school, a 2-year school, or a trade school.
Cool. So what are some of the main programs or initiatives that the foundation supports?
Well, like I said, we focus on seniors a lot, and a lot of where we focus our attention is based on the requests and information provided to us by the donors. One of our funds is a donor advised fund. And that is specifically the donor gets to determine, not necessarily who the recipient is, but what type of student and anyways. So We focus on senior programs. One of our very generous donors really has a soft spot in her heart for animals. And so we provide a lot of funding to the Humane Society, senior pet needs, that sort of thing. But it's mainly youth groups, seniors, and underserved residents of the county.
Are there any recent grants that you're particularly excited about?
Yeah, a couple of them. My doctor, Dr. Smart, down in Valley Springs at the Wellness Center, was mentioning to me that he's seen an inordinate amount of amputations of older folks who have problems with the blood circulation in their extremities. And he mentioned that there was some equipment, ankle brachial index equipment. It's kind of a funny name, but it allows the doctors to take blood pressure at different points along the anatomy, like the ankles and your knees and things. And we were able to provide that grant. They acquired the equipment. And now any senior or any patient in Calaveras County that has circulation problems, they can go to their doctor would probably prescribe them to go to the Valley Springs Wellness Center and get tested. And then if they're tested and they prove to have low circulation in their extremities, there's things they can do about that.
That is really great.
Yeah, thank you. Another one that I like to mention is another local cause in Valley Springs. Good Shepherd Church has a food bank. And they've been one of the organizations where we've contributed to quite a bit over the years. They do an amazing job. When you go into their food pantry, it's a little bit more like stepping into a supermarket. They really have done a great job. And when we give them large grants, they not only buy food and provide food for the food bank, but they also build their food bank, more refrigeration and storage and things of that nature. So we're real proud of the work that we've done with them and their mission.
That's great.
Yeah, thanks.
How can individuals or businesses get involved with the foundation?
Well, mainly by donating. You could also become a member of the board if you had interest in being on the board. But the biggest thing is we take in donations and then provide scholarships and grants going out. So the best way to support us is to grant some money through us. You can call us. I had 2 recent calls from potential grant or fund owners, and they just called the number, 209-736-1845.
Okay.
Or you could write to us at the P.O. Box in Angels Camp. It's P.O. Box 1436.
All right. What are some of the biggest challenges facing Calaveras County that the foundation is working to address?
Well, one of the challenges in Calaveras County is that it's such a big county and so spread out. One of the things that we do a lot is support the community centers, like the Ebbets Pass. This year we provided a grant to Ebbets Pass and one of the other community centers. Those community centers are vital in the small communities that make up our county. They serve as kind of a staging point for first responders when we have emergencies. But those community centers are really the heart of those little communities. It's where you go to baptisms and birthdays and funerals, and it's the center of the community. And so we spend a lot of time and money helping those community centers thrive.
That is really, really great.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, I think that is all of my questions. Is there anything else you'd like to share?
No, I can't think of anything off the top.
All right. Well, that wraps up our conversation, and thank you for coming on, and thank you so much again for your grant. That was really awesome.
On behalf of the foundation, you're welcome. Thanks.
So if you'd like to learn more or get involved, be sure to visit calaverascommunityfoundation.org. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to tune in next time to see what's up next.